Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Skelly, and this is the Global Conversation. We have a few things to talk with you about this week. I hope that those of you who had to submit midterms have all done so by now. We should be going through them this week, and I'd be glad to talk with you if you're not physically present here, where I am. I'm glad to talk with you by Skype or any other way that might facilitate better understanding about what we've been talking about this first half of the course. Now, we're about to make a shift, and part of that shift means that we're going to be looking at much more specific issues. The one I'd like you to pay very careful attention to is the one on ecological economics. There are a number of short videos that we've put up on the website, and I think you'll find these to be very, very helpful. So I would highly recommend that you take a look at them and start thinking about the kinds of economic systems that we need to make life sustainable on the planet. I also want to bring your attention to something that Sadie brought to my attention, which is that the on the 22nd and 23rd of October, that's Tuesday and Wednesday, there'll be a program that suggests to you what the true costs of our continued emission of carbon dioxide into the Earth's atmosphere is really costing us. I'm going to send you a link. You want to take a look at this and start discussing it with your colleagues. We're going to show it in class here at Juniata College. And I also, I think I've mentioned before the CO2 Now website. That's a joint project of the Mauna Loa Observatory in Hawaii and the Scripps Institution of Oceanography in California, and that the current levels of CO2 are at 393, which is already in excess of where we want it to be. I'm using that as my screensaver, because I want to keep it updated. I want it in my face all the time. I don't want it to go away. I don't want to sort of say, oh, nice day today, and not think about what's happening at a deeper level with regard to our atmosphere. And I have to say, there's plenty of information around, so you should all be checking it out, okay? Sadie also wanted to let you know that the information about our study circles has all been posted. You've been placed in a study circle. Let me see if I can find this for you so you will be able to get busy with it. Sadie created, you'll see, study circle discussions, and there's also information there about what study circle you are in. So you just click on study circle discussions, and then you'll find where you have been placed. Okay, and what I would suggest you do, there are 8 of them: alternative energy, global climate change, water as a finite resource, the conservation of Earth's natural resources and biodiversity, old energy, challenges and solutions, something on human population, consumerism and globalization, and finally international food production. Now, you should go there and look and find out which one you've been put in. Sadie tried to put you in your first choice, and if you have any difficulties with it, please drop Sadie a note. She is going to be very proactive about this and trying to help you and get on with things. What you want to do is start right away proposing specifically what kind of project you're going to put together, and that means essentially putting together a Prezi or a PowerPoint or a short video, and to get everybody in the circle to contribute. And as I pointed out to students at Juniata last week, guess what? We actually pay attention to how much you're participating. So if you really think that this is an important course, which I tend to think it is, I think it's morally reprehensible to not be engaged. So try to be engaged, okay? I mean, we have to face up to some of these issues. This is, I think from our historical experience over the last 7 years, we think this is an important foundational educational project. So I hope you're all using it that way, and that you then take the information that we're providing in this course and going further with it so that you can decide how you're going to act, how engaged you're going to be about the fundamental challenge that we're facing across the planet in the next few decades. Okay, I have no more for you now. Oh, I did want to point out one other thing, and that is I'm going to try and send you a website. And you probably have heard, if you're paying attention occasionally to the news, about the extraordinary fires in Australia. Australia is basically on fire, and this is not the first time. And interestingly, a group of firefighters in Australia has said, let's stop with the BS. This is caused by climate change, and let's get busy on challenging climate change and turning things around. So it's very interesting that the what they call in the terrorism business, the first responders, are the ones who are saying, look, policymakers, change the policies so that, in fact, we don't have to face this worse all the time, and that we start dealing with the structural issues, right? So this isn't just a private trouble. If you remember C. Wright Mills's, the short excerpt from C. Wright Mills's sociological imagination that we post at the beginning of the course, please see that this is a deep structural issue, okay? And take a look at what I send you with regard to this. And think about using the screensaver I'm going to send you too, okay? All right, all the best, and do stay in touch, and let Sadie know if you have any issues with regard to the study circles or you need some guidance, etc. There is on the website a sample of projects, a couple of projects over on the left-hand side near the top of the course webpage. Okay? All the best, and see you next week.